Last Sunday, seemingly out of the blue, Asuka went on a social media rant where she took aim at the Japanese media and the STARDOM promotion, although context is important here because she wasn't attacking STARDOM as it exists today. Of all the things to set her off, it was a joke tweet that I think has since been deleted from someone saying that they were disappointed in her for eating pineapple pizza because Asuka posted a photo of her eating a slice of pizza with pineapple on it. Not for nothing, I would shake my head too if I saw somebody eating pizza with pineapple on it, but I don't think I would go on a rant about the invasion angle because of it. This came out of left field. This is what she said in a series of tweets. I don't flatter anyone. Even in Japan, the media hated me because I don't flatter the media. In Japan, everyone was flirting with the media except me. I fought the media alone to take care of my fans. That's why some of the Japanese media still hate me. Now let me stop here for a second because she explained this more in a separate tweet. She said, one day I was threatened by a certain media company. I was the only person in Japan who could put on a big show on a regular basis. I had told them in advance that I would not allow the media to enter the ringside area because it would interfere with the fans' view of the show. However, the media demanded that I open up the ringside area. I refused, preferring the fans. The media made it a company-wide issue. They said they would never cover you in the news. This is what she says. You should never cover you in the news again. I told them I would not give in to them because the fans are more important than the media. They formed a clique and got ahead of me, spreading my bad reputation. However, some of the media staff and others, out of a sense of guilt, told me what was going on behind the scenes. I developed a strategy to resist the control of the media. So now, picking back up with the original batch of tweets. That's why I have always been a freelancer, and everyone in Japan knows I am anti-Joshi Pro. Always. The former editor-in-chief of Pro Wrestling Weekly has made this point on several occasions. That is, STARDOM is an organization that was created to defeat me. It is an organization that was created to destroy me personally, but they failed to defeat me. I don't know what happened to them after that because I came to America. The media could not bring me down when I came to America. They must have really wanted me to fail. I am used to it because I have been fighting my critics alone since my days in Japan. But now that I am here, I have comrades in arms, Charlotte, Becky, Triple H. I have walked alone in the wilderness all my life, and here I have an oasis. To the Asuka antis, I say, beat me up on the internet all you want. I grab everything. When I became champion, one media outlet asked wrestling fans, do you think it is good enough to be champion? Do you think it deserves to be champion? Compare me to other people. Do you think my abilities are inferior? Can you believe that? I was always fighting that media all by myself. And then later on she wrote, what I just said is in the past. It was before I came to America. Now the organization has changed and there are few players I know. So I don't know anything about it, and good luck to everyone who is trying their best. I am especially concerned about Shiri and Shirakawa. That's all. That last part was in reference to STARDOM. She was making it very clear that she was talking about it in the past, not the STARDOM of today, because she doesn't follow it. She never actually worked for STARDOM. Asuka was a freelancer before she left Japan to come to NXT. And from what I can gather, based on my own research, because I wasn't aware of the backstory, so I got very curious here. Asuka, back in her days as Kana, was partners with another wrestler, Nanae Takahashi, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. They were part of a freelance stable called Passion Red. And one night, backstage at a show, the two of them got into a pretty heated argument about something and may have also gotten physical. Shortly after that, Asuka was gone from Passion Red. Later that same year, this would have been 2010, Takahashi went on to become one of the founders of STARDOM. I don't know what the falling out was between the two of them. Fuka Kakimoto is the name of the other owner, one of the other, not owner, but founders of STARDOM. She also had issues with Kana, possibly over her stiff working style. So that may also play into things here. You know, if she had a falling out with two of the founders of this company who had issues with her for whatever reason, then maybe they didn't want to work with her and that bothered her. I don't know. There was also a famous manifesto. It's a manifesto for the industry that Asuka wrote around that same time that got her a lot of heat in the Joshi community. It was addressing the need for Joshi to expand, to include other styles, and to get rid of a lot of the phony-looking moves and a lot of the toxicity in the industry. She had been wrestling for about 5 or 6 years by that point when she put that manifesto out, but I can see, a lot of veterans maybe looking at her, only a few years in the business, putting out this document basically calling out the industry and telling everybody what she thinks needs to be done and how it should be run. I could see how that might rub some people the wrong way. Apparently, it may have been a work shoot, the manifesto, because she got booked a lot after she put that out. The idea was that people really wanted to see her get her ass kicked because it got her a lot of heat. But that doesn't mean, even if she had that intention in mind, that doesn't mean that there was not a lot of truth behind her words and that that's how she really felt. So from what I can gather, that manifesto earned her a lot of hate from people as well. After that, she went away for a little while. She had a child, which doesn't get mentioned a lot, but Becky Lynch once let it drop in an interview that she referred to Asuka as a working mom, which caught me off guard when she said that because up to that point, I had no idea. So she had a kid. She worked as a graphic designer. She worked for Microsoft later on before she finally came back to wrestling. And when she did, she had real issues with the state of Joshi and the way that it had turned into kind of this pop idol type stuff. Don't tell her about Maki Ito. Rossi Ogawa is the other founder of STARDOM, and he still runs the promotion to this day. He has never had any issue with Asuka, and I don't think she has an issue with him. He's always been a big proponent of Joshi and wanted to start his own company. It had nothing to do with trying to destroy anyone. I'm not aware of any heat or him saying anything bad about Asuka. In fact, he has spoken highly of her, designing the company's one of the company's championship belts. They have a championship called the High Speed Championship. And with her background in graphic design, she created the title's front plate. Now, this was in 2009, when the title was not part of STARDOM because STARDOM did not exist. This title was part of a totally different promotion that is no longer in existence. When that promotion closed in 2010, STARDOM acquired the rights to the title. And there's a great irony there, given Asuka's feelings about STARDOM, that a title she helped design would end up becoming a STARDOM championship. So I don't know what prompted her rant last weekend, but I know more about the history there now than I did a week ago. Asuka is actually a very fascinating person, and in all the years that she has been with WWE, they've never explored her background in any meaningful way. Unless they've tried and she just doesn't want to for some reason, they've never really tapped into, all of these interesting things that she does beyond just wrestling. Because not only does she wrestle, she owns her own hair salon in Japan. She even did the logo designs for it. She used to work as a video game journalist. She's a huge game collector. She's got a YouTube channel. If you follow her on that channel at all, you could tell. Yeah, she's a big, gaming connoisseur. She has like a collection of over 3,000 games. She even helped develop games for the Nintendo DS. She did graphics work for them. This is a woman of many talents, except the whole pineapple on pizza thing that got this mess started in the first place.